Hey guys, and welcome back to Point Blank Sports. Alongside me, my co-host Wendell Epps. And in case any of you are wondering, I lost the Starbucks thing that me and Wendell had, like the competition about
I'm the winner.
Your co-host better. I lost. So I don't know how far or how much I lost by, but I lost. So I owe Wendell Starbucks. I know you were all waiting for the answer. But today we're going to be talking about the aftermath of the Super Bowl. But first, I'm going to ask Wendell what his favorite commercial was. So, what's your favorite commercial?
Favorite commercial of the Super Bowl? Gotta say it was the one with my man Drake, the State Farm commercial. I thought it was very clever. I mean, that's just me.
That was like the least most important one. Are you kidding me? Do you know how many State Farm commercials go on daily?
I know, but just the fact that Drake was in it, like that was super cool. So, I mean, that's just me.
It's like maybe on the bottom tier for me.
Okay. Interesting, but okay.
My favorite definitely had to be the Alexa one, right? I mean, come on, guys. That one was so good. The Alexa's body one, I mean, that was amazing.
Those are clever commercials.
Yeah, those
I'll
were
that.
clever. Mm-hmm. I liked the Cheetos one too.
Oh, yeah.
Because I definitely do that.
Can't go wrong with Cheetos.
Oh, no, I do that all the time. Like, but with a jar of peanut butter,
Yeah.
my dad will be like, "Where'd it go?" I didn't eat it with a spoon. Me? Never. I did not do that. It wasn't me. So I related to that one. But so Wendell, what did you think about the Super Bowl? I mean, this was not what we were expecting.
It was not.
At
Yeah,
all.
it definitely wasn't one of my favorite Super Bowls. I've definitely seen a lot better in the past. It's surprising the Chiefs weren't even able to score a touchdown. Obviously, that's very unlike them.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, well, we did say the Chiefs. We thought the Chiefs were gonna win.
I know. All three of us.
Yeah, all
thought
three
the
of us
Chiefs were
last
gonna
week, along
win.
with Ethan. Yeah, it was other way around. But I'm happy for Tom Brady. I'm happy he finally got another Super Bowl. I mean, he definitely deserved it. And I know it's your former quarterback, so it's like,
That was tough to watch. I'm not gonna lie. That was hard. Like, wow, it's like a bad breakup. Okay, like our team literally went through a breakup. We broke up with Tom Brady, and then we watched him move on to a better life while we're sitting here like on the couch in sweats eating ice cream. I mean, that's basically what we are right now.
That is very true.
So that was super stressful and unfortunate to watch him win the Super Bowl, but I am glad that he did because I despise nothing more than the Chiefs and Ravens. But
they played a great game. Gronk
yes,
went off.
Gronk. Oh my gosh, yeah. And like Gronk had a really great season, but you know, in the past, Brady always seems to find Gronk in the Super Bowl. Always looks to Gronk, and so that duo was still in close contact. So I'm glad that it was like it was almost as if I was watching them play with my team. So I really enjoyed
Exactly.
that.
Yeah. At least you had some Patriots on the winning team. So that's great to see.
Do we count Antonio Brown? Maybe.
Probably not. I wouldn't include him in there. I think Brady and Gronk, and that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. But Mahomes, I mean, I feel bad. He had such a great season, but struggled in the Super Bowl. Now he's going to be getting surgery soon. So.
Yeah. Do we think that do you think that he lost because his turf toe? Reports are saying that that's the reason why the Chiefs were playing bad, because Mahomes was in pain, he was injured, but I mean, they lost badly. Like, this wasn't a close game.
Yeah.
Like, this was like they couldn't score a touchdown, like 31-9. I mean, what were you doing? That was bad.
Right.
Like, that was very bad. I can't imagine blaming it all on an injury. But then again, I don't know. I mean, I'm not out there. I'm not playing.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame it on the injury. I mean, I think it was just such a large deficit that you just can't blame it on Mahomes and that injury. I think the entire Chiefs team just didn't come out to play well. They came out really flat. And they were trying to get in the groove, but they just couldn't. And I felt bad watching them in the final 2 minutes when they were trying to score again. And then that interception at the end, not a good way to end your season, but I give credit to the Chiefs for at least still trying, but the Buccaneers, they were just on another level. And you could tell, like, they just really wanted it.
They wanted it.
Yeah, they
That's
really
the thing.
wanted it.
They wanted it.
Yeah.
I feel like coming into the game, you could tell that the Bucs wanted it, and you could tell that the Chiefs were expecting it. Like, they expected to go in there and just completely annihilate and defeat Brady. And I feel like that just went totally wrong, especially since in the first half they were trying to use so many timeouts to get the ball back, and that ended up backfiring on them big time.
Absolutely.
And so I think that was another major problem with it.
Yeah, it was interesting to see like all the fans there too, because it kind of like, it was really the first time this season that I felt like a real game. Like there were fans. I mean, it's Tampa Bay, so I kind of figured they were going to have a pretty decent amount of fans, but it was cool. It was cool nevertheless. I really enjoyed the atmosphere of it.
It definitely was cool to watch it. I literally totally forgot what I was just gonna ask you. Oh, yes. So did you think that Brady, by winning that game so much and like playing like he did with a team that hadn't made it to the Super Bowl in like years, do you think that Brady is working towards leaving behind a legacy that can never be followed or met? Or do you think it was a game like looking in a mirror? Do you think that Tom Brady was playing against Patrick Mahomes, the person who could possibly take over his legacy? Or do you think Mahomes can even measure up to Brady?
Yeah, I mean, I think Tom Brady is just a one-of-a-kind player. I mean, me personally, I don't think anyone's ever going to be able to match up to what Tom Brady has
Right.
done. I mean, he literally now has more Super Bowls than any other NFL franchise, which is
Yeah.
absolutely insane. And I think it's just one of those things where you can't replace him. He's a legend. He's definitely going to go down as the greatest player of all time. I really don't see anyone surpassing him. I think Mahomes obviously will be fantastic, future Hall of Famer, no doubt.
Yeah.
But in terms of him surpassing Brady, I think Mahomes will create a legacy of his own. And then 10 to 15 years from now, we'll be talking about, will there be another Patrick Mahomes? The answer to that probably will be no. But I think Tom Brady, he'll single-handedly go down as the greatest NFL player. Do you think he'll be considered the best athlete ever? I know there was some debate on that in social media of who was like the best athlete, who was
Like
just
in
the
the
GOAT of
NFL?
athletes. Just in all sports in general.
All sports.
Like, who is the GOAT?
Okay, no.
Who do you got for that?
I don't know, but like, see, that's so tough because Brady probably wouldn't be able to go out there in the NBA and play like Michael Jordan or like like LeBron James.
But I feel like
some of the
football is
best-
harder, though.
Well, football definitely is harder, but it's like everybody has their own skills. I mean, also swimming. I think swimming is a very tough sport. There's a lot of skills to it, and there's
That is true.
Like, I also didn't know that if you shave your entire body hair, it like saves you 3 seconds. I didn't know that that matters so much in swimming. I mean, I had no idea. So like that's a skill that people have to achieve in a different way. And I mean, so is track and field. I mean, it's different strength levels and it's like different ways that you practice and you train. And so I can't think that it's fair to say Tom Brady is the GOAT of all athletes. I mean, I want to see him, if he excels in like basketball and soccer or tennis, golf and everything. I mean, I have seen his golfing skills. No.
Not the best.
He's not the best. I mean, he tried, A for effort, but wow. I mean, I'm not saying I'm any better, but like that was tough. Like that was really tough to watch him out there. And so I don't think it's fair to say that he's the GOAT of all time because you haven't been in a different setting. Every single sport requires a certain level of skill and training. And
But neither have the basketball players.
Right, the basketball players haven't been there either, so I don't think it's fair to say that any one person should be the GOAT of everything.
So you think it should just be like each sport we have
Each
a GOAT?
sport, definitely.
There's
Now,
no
in
like GOAT
football,
athlete.
like I would think right now he definitely is, but do I think someone will beat him? Possibly, maybe. I don't know. It's tough. You know, it's hard.
I don't see it
Also,
happening.
like, are we going to see Tom Brady playing a Super Bowl when he's 70? I mean, he might. He might be like wheeling out there on a walker, but I mean, who knows? Like, I think
He might be
we-
playing till he's 80, honestly. Like, he said he's not done yet.
Yes, and I think that we might actually see him out there still. So I don't know. It's tough. I mean, do you think football is the toughest sport to earn him the title, like GOAT of all athletes?
I feel like it is just because the road to a Super Bowl is just so tough. And one of the
Yeah.
reasons why I actually kind of wanted the Chiefs to win was because I wanted to see a team like win back-to-back years
Yeah.
because that just rarely happens in the NFL.
What do you mean? Hello, like. do you know
Okay,
who you're
forget
talking
you
to?
guys. I
Like,
don't care about that. Like
excuse me,
that never
did you
happened.
Just forget
that
my team?
never
Like,
happened.
Did you forget my team's like little streak there for a second?
Okay. Well, besides that, it rarely happens,
Mm-hmm.
but you see it in other sports all the time, like the NBA or the MLB, you see back-to-back champs.
Yeah.
So that was one of the reasons I wanted Chiefs to win, but just seeing Brady and what he's done, I mean, he's just fantastic, and it was great for all the old people out there. Proves that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, last thing. I want to take a poll, and I want all of you guys to comment on the YouTube and let me know what you think. Does Wendell look like The Weeknd? I am convinced that he looks just like The Weeknd, okay, because we both did not like the halftime show.
So you're comparing me to a guy that you
No,
just
really,
hated his performance? You're like, all right, that's totally
love The
Wendell.
Weeknd.
Yeah.
I love The Weeknd. I love his music. I just didn't like the halftime show. I was expecting a lot more. But then again, my expectations were in the mindset of, oh, COVID doesn't exist. So then once I put that back into factor, like I think he did an amazing job with what he was working with. Like blinding lights, like on the field, that was perfect. But the other sets and stuff. I didn't really vibe with the costumes that much, but I think you look like him. The hair, I see it. The facial structure, like, I see it.
Okay.
I
Well,
see it. If we
we'll
put
let the
you in
people
that
decide
red
that.
sparkly suit, like, oh my gosh, yes. So everybody, please let me know if he looks like
Wait,
The Weeknd.
I do have something to tell you though.
Yes.
That halftime show, that was not The Weeknd. That was me.
It
there.
was you?
It was me.
I knew
so,
it. I knew it.
And
I
I don't
knew it.
sing, so that's actually probably the reason it wasn't so great. But
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
And I'm sorry
okay.
for getting like close to your face. That part. Where,
Oh, yeah, where it was
Yeah.
like the FaceTime?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Everyone in the nation, he just admitted that it was him. So we can't blame The Weeknd anymore. We
Yeah,
can all
it's not
blame
The Weeknd's
Wendell.
fault.
Oh
I'll take
my
the blame.
God.
I'll take the blame.
Weeknd, Wendell, I just put those together.
Clever.
Oh my God.
Clever.
It was you. It was so you.
Okay,
guys.
it was me.
Wendell.
It was
oh
me.
Oh my gosh.
But next year, I want to see Post Malone on the halftime show. That is who I would love to see.
I feel like that'd be really good.
Yeah.
And maybe next year it's possible. I don't know. Stay tuned. But thank you so much for joining us this week, and we can't wait to see you next week.